Hi guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the limiting belief that is holding you back in so many areas of your life that just doesn't need to exist. And you may or may not have heard this term limiting belief. It's a really big buzzword in the personal development community. But essentially all that a limiting belief is a belief that limits you from really living your best life, which I know is kind of a cheesy phrase, but like, how else do you want me to say it? That's what it is. Limiting beliefs are subconscious beliefs that we hold about what we're capable of, what we deserve, and what we can have in this lifetime. Limiting beliefs are really, really easy to spot. For example, anytime that you say, I can't do that because I'm this, or I'm just this way and that's just how I am, or no, I'm not good at that, or I can't, I'm not blank enough. All of those are limiting beliefs, meaning none of them are really fundamentally true. They're just things that you believe to be true. Therefore, you've crafted a reality around the existence of that thing. And the really, really funny thing about beliefs is that when we aren't aware of them, they're in our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is what manifests the reality that we experience around us. So if we hold some kind of belief that's not serving us, we're going to subconsciously manifest situations and scenarios that reaffirm that belief back to us. So we live in kind of this like negative feedback loop with our external environment. And so today I just want to highlight one of these limiting beliefs for you and give you some practical steps as to how to overcome it, because we don't need that shit here. We just don't. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so the limiting belief that's holding you back is I am not blank enough. Fill in the blank with whatever you want, but that template for belief is so destructive and it holds us back and blocks us off from doing, feeling, and experiencing so much in this life. Whether it's I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not capable enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not creative enough, whatever word you want to plug and play into that little template, I know for a fact that thought has run through your mind, or maybe you even shared it with someone recently. Like you have an idea or you have a big vision for something that you want to do. And when you get excited about it, that little voice pops in your head and is like, oh, but you know, I'm just not smart enough. I'm not driven enough. I'm not disciplined enough. See, it pops up so many places in our lives. And it literally, all it does is holds us back. So I want to talk about this today and give you a really specific framework for overcoming it. And first things first, because that's a template and you can pretty much plug and play any word into that phrasing, for today, we're going to pick one I'm not blank enough situation to walk through. And the one that we're going to focus on, because I feel that this is the one that I notice the most in myself and in my friends and in my clients, is the I'm not good enough. And what that leads to is a lack of confidence. And if we don't have confidence in ourselves, the likelihood that we're gonna go for what we wanna go for in this life and really put ourselves out there is pretty low. So in this scenario, if you have a belief that you're not good enough and it's showing up and holding you back in your levels of confidence, what I want you to do is imagine scenarios in your life where you are confident. I know that even if you're not a super confident person, there's some circumstance in your life where you do feel confident. And oftentimes where this manifests for people is in their work life. So if you have your job down pat, you know exactly what you're supposed to do, you know what your role is, you know how to show up and you know how to crush it, and you feel really confident at work, if someone asks you a question, you're like, yeah, this is what needs to get done, I know my shit. Just pause for a second. You can even pause the video and just feel in your body what it feels like to be at work when you're like really on your shit and just, you know, crushing things on your to-do list and delegating tasks really effectively and like really empowered in what you're doing. Just imagine for a second and remember, what does it feel like in my body? Maybe you feel really strong and you're like, your chest is really open and you feel really grounded and really excited and really focused and on fire. And so what we're doing right now is we're getting a blueprint template of what your feeling state is like when you're in a confident space. What you can do is copy and paste literally like your computer. Copy this blueprint for feeling that you experience when you're in a scenario that makes you feel confident, that you feel good in, and then paste it into your body when you're not feeling so confident. And essentially all that you're doing is just remembering. You're getting your body to remember what it feels like to be confident. And that's an amazing place to start. That's kind of a deeper dive into what it means to fake it or make it. Fake it till you make it. This is a little deeper spin on that, where you make it till it's made. Download those feelings into your body. Maybe even make a list of, here are the physical sensations that I feel in my body when I'm confident, when I feel really grounded and really good and really secure in what I'm doing, so that you can refer back to that and cultivate those feelings when you are having an experience or in a circumstance that maybe you feel a little bit more insecure in or slightly less confident. Okay, guys, so the other piece of this is something that I find to be so fascinating. When I learned this, I literally looked like the little emoji with its brain blowing out because mind blown. That was me. This is the idea that when your mind, your subconscious mind, has a belief, all it really cares about is being right. It's not really concerned about whether or not it's actually true. It just has this belief, and therefore that subjective truth is true for your subconscious mind. So what your subconscious mind is going to be doing at all times is scanning your surroundings for evidence and for proof to back it up. And so if you're not confident or you believe that you're not good enough, anytime you mess up a little bit at work, or you stumble on your words, or something happens that kind of reaffirms that little voice pops up in your head and is like, oh, I told you so. I knew it. I knew I wasn't good enough. I knew I wasn't capable. Sound familiar? So how do we get past this? How do we work with this? And the thing that I love about this, when it comes to reprogramming the subconscious, one of the most popular ways to do this, obviously, is through meditation and hypnosis and through subconscious reprogramming. But I love this technique because it doesn't require you to go into a deep subconscious reprogramming or hypnotic experience at all. All that you're going to do is employ the conscious mind to search for proof and evidence that proves you are good enough, that proves the opposite of that limiting belief. Okay, so if you have the limiting belief that you're not good enough, but you want to believe that you are good enough because you know that if you believe you're good enough, your external reality is going to line up with the story that you're good enough, then what you have to do is actively, consciously search for all the evidence, all the proof that you are in fact good enough, that you are capable enough, that you do deserve it, and that you're so capable of being confident. One of my favorite phrases is, what we focus on grows. What we put our energy towards grows. And maybe a way that you've experienced this, at least I know this pops up in my life so often. I'll have a conversation about a car, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see hundreds of those cars on the road. It's like that's the only car that exists, because by speaking about it and bringing it into my awareness, I've told my mind, hey, this is important, this is significant. So my mind is like, okay, got it. And so if you start to consciously pay attention to and bring awareness to all of the ways that you're good enough and you're capable and you're smart enough and you're just absolutely crushing it in every single realm of your life, your mind is going to recognize, oh, this is important. So I need to really start looking for all the ways that this truth exists. And that is how you override a limiting belief, you guys. Obviously, as with anything, inner work and really, rewiring situations that are happening on the inside, it's not an overnight, snap of the fingers transformation, which, because we live in the world of social media and instant gratification and internet and just having everything at our fingertips, we crave and are wired to want the immediate satisfaction of just about everything. And so when we endeavor to better ourselves, improve ourselves, deepen our self-love or our self-awareness, and just change our lives, soon you'll realize like it's not always an immediate, super fast transformation. And so please don't lose hope on this journey. If you're watching this video, it means that you're on a journey to bettering yourself. And I just want to remind you that just because it isn't like, you wake up one morning and everything about your life is different, doesn't mean that you're not making progress. Okay, so with these practices for overriding the limiting beliefs, please stay consistent, really pay attention, really be diligent about the implementation of what I've taught you today, and I promise you will see results. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you never miss a video. I will be here every single week posting videos all about how to optimize the well-being of your mind, body, and soul. If you have any questions about anything, just leave a comment. I will reply. And if you want to connect further, you can find me on Instagram at Bales the Life Coach. I would just love to connect and get to know you better. I hope you have the best day ever. I love you so much.